Hi, this is Jared from Shunome, and today I want to talk about Graphisoft's design intelligence strategy. This is a multi-year initiative that aims to be transformational for the AEC ecosystem. Big plans, long time horizons. To be honest, I hear this and my inherent curmudgeonness comes out. When I'm building out my template or teaching people ArchiCAD, I encourage wariness over aspirational goals. I tell people to focus on what's doable today, what makes money, what gets the work done. Don't worry about all the things that have been promised to you. Ignore marketing. Focus on building models, producing drawings, communicating design, getting permit sets done. Do what you are capable of doing today. That said, while we need to keep our businesses solvent and provide value to our clients, we also need to dream and chase long-term goals to avoid stagnation. There's really nothing worse than sitting at your computer thinking, well, today is like yesterday, and tomorrow will be exactly like today. That's where this new initiative comes in. It's a big picture roadmap divided into 4 key pillars: design intelligence, open collaboration, AI solutions, and BIM. I'm going to break down what each one actually means and how they could impact the work we do. This is a great opportunity to think about our profession and how it will evolve in the coming years. Before I get to that, a quick thank you to Graphisoft for sponsoring this series. The first pillar, design intelligence platform, looks really interesting and promises a lot. It's an app developed for early design and feasibility studies, sustainability and performance insights, and AI-powered prototyping. The video for this features dense urban areas and skyscrapers. That bums me out because how many of us work on designing skyscrapers? I mean, I once thought I was going to do that, but that's never happening. Anyways, the big question when I watch these videos and look at this tool is how is any of this going to pertain to my work? What's the value of any of these strategic initiatives for architects like me, sole proprietors and small firms that primarily help small clients doing one-off projects like single-family homes and modest commercial work? That said, of all the 4 segments of the design intelligence strategy, this one actually intrigues me the most, even though it's not marketed to highlight the work I do. I look at these videos and think it's potentially a game changer that could transform how residential architects work. Maybe. Back in college, I did sun studies by hand, using a sun chart and a ruler. Now I use ArchiCAD to set the location of my project and pick the exact time of day in the 3D window. But I want more. My projects usually aren't surrounded by tall buildings, but they are often surrounded by trees, and even a modest 2-story house next door casts shadows. I'm really curious to know how I can leverage this new program to take my understanding of sun and shadow to the next level. Can I set up standards and templates that unlock this and other pre-designed tasks that are currently too expensive or slow to do? If I can leverage this tool for early site design and massing, solar diagrams, etc., it might unlock a competitive advantage that leaves others behind. I build super detailed models and do very nice drawings, but other people can do that with other tools. Maybe not as fast, maybe not as well, but it's just an effort and money thing. This pre-designed tool might offer something completely new, and I'm excited about that. The second and fourth pillars are pretty familiar and really just extensions of what Graphisoft has been doing for over 40 years. Open collaboration is a Nemetschek-wide effort to improve coordination and break data silos. As an architect who focuses on residential design, I keep waiting for a coordination tool that's accessible enough for my less technologically savvy partners. A browser-based tool that's easy for me to get my ArchiCAD model into and merge with models from certain other AEC tools would be great. As a sole proprietor, I need things to be easy, not just for me, but as I said, because I really need to be easy for everyone I'm working with. So hopefully this is it. This is also hopefully a good place for AI. Digesting and analyzing what's there. I don't want AI to design my buildings, but if AI can help me find inconsistencies between trades, that'd be cool, because I don't want to do that. I want someone else to do that. At the very least, if this is a good web-based tool to merge models, that'll be nice. Okay, so the third pillar, AI solutions. Everyone has strong feelings about AI. Maybe some people skipped ahead just to listen to this part of the video. Maybe I'm going to get a lot of angry comments for not being 100% anti-AI. Here's my take. AI is not going away. Its capabilities keep growing and changing. Find a way to make it work for you. Do not be left behind. I'm not sure what Graphisoft has in store with their AI solutions, and I tend to be pessimistic about marketing, but I do love the promise of making the model data more accessible and the ability to tell ArchiCAD what I want to do with words rather than clicks and mouse movements. One way or the other, the future will be interesting. Let's pay attention, take AI seriously, explore, and see how this pillar can help. To that end, understanding the power dynamic between you and AI is actually more important than the current offerings. I'm a big fan of Ethan Mollick's writing about AI. His article, Choosing to Stay Human, is definitely worth a read. There's a link in the description below. His main point is AI need not undermine your ability to think, but it can do so if used badly, and badly is often the default. He calls this cognitive surrender, when people stop thinking about problems and just let the AI do the work, even when the AI was wrong. Do not succumb to cognitive surrender. That path does not lead to anything good or novel. It just leads to you thinking AI is destroying everything. Here's another way to think about it. Way back in 2011, which is over 15 years ago, I wrote a really short blog post. I'm just going to read it to you. My wife and I were watching Baking with Julia tonight. That episode co-starred bread machine wizard Laura Brody of West Newton, Massachusetts. Julia Child, a bread machine skeptic, had a killer quote. "You're the boss of the machine. This is my mantra for AI. You're the boss of the machine." Sure, there's a ton of AI slop out there, and yes, massive data centers are extremely problematic. I can't solve either of those problems today, but I can talk about how you can make AI work for you, how we can be the boss of the machine. So yeah, don't abdicate your brain to it. Don't let it do all the fun stuff. Figure out how to make AI a force multiplier. Remember, you are the boss of the machine. The fourth pillar, BIM Solutions, is of course my wheelhouse. New ArchiCAD features that I'm looking forward to exploring, integrating into my template and workflows, and of course, recording future tutorial videos on. Maybe pillar 4 feels a little like cheating. 3 big goals and a fourth one that's just what they've been doing for decades. That's okay. It's actually great. All the promises of AI collaboration and all the cool design intelligence platform pre-designed stuff are still built on the basics of building a good model. 2 of my favorite diagrams are my BIM wedge and my pyramid of BIM progression. Complexity is built on simplicity. AI isn't very helpful if you have nothing or garbage to begin with. Collaboration is meaningless if what you're bringing is not accurate or complete or detailed enough. A cool pre-designed tool doesn't bring value if you don't use that information wisely afterwards. The pyramid of BIM progression is all about building off the basics. Good modeling opens up the possibility of coordination with others or using BIM for design. And both of those open up the door to integration, whether that's facilities management, deeper design parameters, augmented reality, construction support, all the big dreams. So don't forget about this fourth pillar. You get distracted by the promises of the first 3 and ignore this one, you'll be frustrated that there's a lot of potential out there unavailable to you. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you found this valuable. I'm excited to see where Graphisoft goes with all these pillars and diving into them more in the future as they become available. Thanks, and have a great day.